Moscow is not only a beautiful city and the capital of Russia, it is the largest financial center where cash flows from all over the country converge. Naturally, such a huge amount of money should be managed wisely. Today, in our program, we will tell you about the work of the capital's banking sector, about financial services for ordinary Muscovites and businesses, as well as about the role of banks in the development of Moscow.
Today on the program, the Moscow Bank of Sberbank of Russia. The products and services of the Sberbank ecosystem. Its partnership with the Moscow city government. Services provided for Russian and foreign businesses.
The largest bank in Moscow is Sberbank. It provides a full and extensive range of financial services to Muscovites and guests of the capital, to entrepreneurs, small companies and huge corporations. And it also works in a very close partnership with the Moscow government. In the last few years, Sberbank has been expanding the scope of its activities, stepping far beyond just working with finance. Now, it is not just a bank, but an entire ecosystem that fully meets the needs of a modern resident of the capital of Russia. Today, we will visit the flagship office of Sberbank in Moscow, where we will learn firsthand how the services of its unique ecosystem work. A new Sberbank office on Tsvetnoy Boulevard opened in the fall of 2020. Sberbank calls this branch an urban space for solving urgent tasks, where visitors are able to have a unique user experience. In fact, all the products and services that are part of Sberbank's ecosystem are presented here. Luisa, hello.
Mike, good morning.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's so nice to see you in our new office.
So beautiful here.
Come on, I'll tell you how the office space changed and why we did it. First of all, the world doesn't stand still, and we wanted to make a more modern, more open, zoned space for our clients to feel more comfortable. We divided our office into a place where you can relax and spend time with your friends. You can come here with your colleagues and have a conversation. We opened a cafe where you can buy a cup of coffee, all kinds of sweets, and drink a variety of wonderful teas. Along with tea and coffee, it's great just to sit on the couches and spend some time here too.
At the new Sberbank office, you can access all the traditional banking financial services, but in a new format. For example, all transactions not related to cash withdrawal can be done sitting on a couch. The Sberbank employee with the tablets will help with the paperwork, and the payments will be made by an electronic cashier. In addition to live assistants, there are virtual assistants. Just point your smartphone camera at the necessary QR code, and artificial intelligence will guide you through the space of the branch.
Let's travel further into this office. Here we can see where our customers can receive advice and banking services. The rooms and spaces are open. It's very convenient, comfortable. It's possible for clients to charge their phones while they're visiting, if necessary. Then there are the children who come with their parents. While parents get a consultation or access banking services, the children can watch cartoons.
Not just children, but adults too can spend time comfortably in the new Sberbank office. Thanks to high-quality planning, there is a comfortable office area with wireless chargers for customers' gadgets.
Here, further, is a space where our customers can receive or arrange to send parcels. Parcels can be received from all over Russia, and sent all over Russia. Here's the desk where parcels are processed. Parcels up to 10 kilos of any size can be sent here. And here, customers can receive parcels that are sent to them. All this is available for customers 24/7, so customers have the opportunity to pick up their parcels at any convenient time.
After receiving financial services, Sberbank customers can hail a cab, buy movie tickets, or even order coins with a custom design. There is also a self-service area in the branch. ATMs here are also of a new format and resemble a smartphone. The new ATMs are equipped with biometric face recognition systems and recognize a customer without them presenting their card. Therefore, you can get money from these Sberbank ATMs just by looking into the camera. Which banking services can a customer access online?
Practically all but two, the ones that involve the receipt of cash. This will have to be done either through an ATM or by coming to a bank branch.
Another section of the new branch is the Sber Devices Zone. Here, you can see and try new products and devices of the Sberbank ecosystem.
Salute, hello. Hello, I'm ready to help.
Sberbank's voice assistants are constantly learning, and their arsenal of answers is growing every day. For example, they can be used to order groceries at home, make an appointment with a doctor or beauty salon, play movies and music, and much more. Recently, virtual assistants have learned to search for relevant information for a user outside of their ecosystem.
Only some of the devices are presented here. I will tell you only partially about their capabilities. We have a complete subscription service for our clients called Sber Prime. It includes 9 different types of services. For example, our service Okko. It's a monthly subscription where you can watch various movies, TV shows, all the ones which you need and which you're interested in. This, of course, is a delivery service from Sbermarket. These are our products and delivery services from the store, which in the present day is very relevant and very convenient. And of course, the last one is Sber Mega Market, where you can choose from a huge range of goods in our catalog, all of which can be delivered to your house.
Another subsection of the ecosystem is Sber Sound. This is an audio streaming service that allows you to listen to music, podcasts and audiobooks. Sberbank President Herman Gref recently posted his playlist on the platform.
Why are we focusing on the ecosystem? Well, actually, at the center of the ecosystem is the customer and meeting all of his needs. There are more than 50 services available now. Our main desire is that the customer, no matter where he is, the whole set of services that they could access can be done everywhere, equally seamlessly, absolutely anywhere. And it's all organized on a platform with the help of artificial intelligence and big data. We have certain knowledge about a customer, purchasing habits, restaurants he goes to, which transactions he goes to the bank for, and what he's been looking at online lately. Maybe he's been browsing vacation destinations and planning a trip. Accordingly, at this point, we can use artificial intelligence to offer him certain products or services that we think at this point are likely to be needed by the client.
Another important activity of Sberbank Moscow are financial services for small businesses and individual entrepreneurs. The bank even opens special branches for this. One of these offices is located in Food City. This is a huge complex where entrepreneurs from all over Russia and Asian countries sell vegetables, fruits, and other products. Let's find out how Sberbank Moscow helps entrepreneurs in their businesses. Food City is located near the Moscow Ring Road, close to the Kalushka Highway. It is the biggest agro cluster of wholesale and industrial trade in Russia and Europe. Products are bought here from 52 regions of Russia and 26 foreign countries. Business is developing here particularly dynamically, and the number of employed entrepreneurs is constantly growing. Today, there are more than 5,000 of them here. Many of them are serviced by the Moscow Bank of Sberbank of Russia via a branch located at Food City. How do you work with individual entrepreneurs and small businesses?
We have quite an extensive line of products, services, and support for individual entrepreneurs and legal entities, starting with the registration of an entrepreneur and ending with the provision of various kinds of financing. Here at Food City, for example, entrepreneurs can register as a legal entity right here without having to go anywhere. They can also open a bank account and subscribe to the services an entrepreneur needs in his everyday work with clients.
What are the specifics of working with entrepreneurs from Asia?
The most important thing is to find a common language with the client. We've tried to make it so that here in our office at Food City, we have employees who can speak different languages: Azerbaijani, Uzbek, and so on. And this helps you start by establishing a dialogue with the client, gaining their trust, and then using the same language to talk about what a client is interested in. Additionally, we provide support beyond banking products and services. These include accounting, legal support, and CRM systems.
Last year, more than 70,000 Moscow entrepreneurs became clients of the Moscow Bank of Sberbank Russia. In the first half of 2021, over 36,000 entrepreneurs began utilizing services offered by Sberbank. 6,000 acquiring agreements were signed. Sberbank also participates in federal programs to support entrepreneurship. Since the beginning of 2020, under government programs, the bank has financed businesses for more than 100 billion rubles.
Every day, entrepreneurs do business at Food City. And you know, these are the people who have a very good sense of the customer. They're the people who can conduct business, who know how to sell, who know how to win over a customer. And that's very important. But often, we find that they lack financial expertise, how to manage cash flow correctly, how best to optimize revenue in order to reinvest and direct that money into their business development. And when we talk to entrepreneurs about this and talk through the financial part, the accounting part, and everything that relates to the turnover of funds, it allows the entrepreneur to be even more successful in running his business.
Paata Pivazi is an individual entrepreneur. He has been working at Food City since it opened. He sells seafood, vegetables, and fruit. Paata started his business with one small grocery store in one of Moscow's residential districts. Today, the businessman is concentrating on the development of wholesale trade at the Food City agro cluster. Are there any peculiarities of working at a site like Food City?
People from all regions, cities, and even countries come here to display their products. Not just ordinary visitors, but also restaurateurs and owners of large hypermarkets come to us. They buy from us, and we can practically see our products on the shelves in large hypermarkets.
Why did you start working with Sberbank?
We consider it to be one of the most convenient banks, especially as Sberbank has opened here at Food City. It's very convenient. If we have any questions, we can go over to the Food City Sberbank and ask our manager, and he will help us to figure out the answers in no time. Sberbank provides us with cash registers and the acquiring service that allows us to accept payments by card. All our payments go only through Sberbank. During the pandemic, our work was hit very hard. But in this period, Sberbank helped us and gave us a 14-month grace period with 5% credit. And this helped us regain our level of performance.
The Moscow Bank of Sberbank Russia has long and successfully worked with the Moscow government. In the spring of this year, as part of this work, the Departments of Foreign Economic and International Relations of Moscow and the Moscow Bank of Sberbank of Russia signed a cooperation agreement. It involves the creation of favorable conditions for the promotion of bank technologies and advanced development of companies within the Sberbank ecosystem. The agreement covers various areas: education, medicine, and information technology.
It is very important for us to continue our cooperation with the largest financial institutions of the Russian Federation. And Sberbank is the undisputed leader, including in supporting the foreign economic activities of Moscow enterprises. Today, we have signed an agreement on cooperation and joining efforts to support exporters, to support exports of urban solutions. Many Moscow enterprises today are trying to find big international contracts where they can apply their technology and knowledge. Therefore, the support of the Moscow Bank of Sberbank of Russia and the whole network of Sberbank financial institutions is very important for us. It's very broad and covers not only the Russian Federation, but also a number of countries that are very interesting for us, such as India and a number of European Union countries. I think that the signing of this agreement will create a very strong synergy for Moscow companies to increase their relationships with their international partners.
The agreement proposes roundtable meetings, seminars, conferences, and exhibitions with the participation of Russian IT developers and foreign investors.
We, as a bank partner of the Moscow government, will support any initiatives aimed at strengthening cooperation between different countries. We agreed to be present at all forums and to provide informational support for any initiatives of the Moscow city government aimed at international cooperation. We have already outlined a number of projects that we consider interesting.
The Moscow Bank of Sberbank of Russia has been cooperating with the Moscow city government for many years in many different areas. In the difficult conditions of the pandemic, one of the main areas of such cooperation was social investment. The bank, in cooperation with the government, helped pensioners and other vulnerable populations. A volunteer movement was organized and many bank employees joined it. In addition, Sberbank also helped businesses in the capital.
Last year, in September 2020, Sberbank adopted the ESG strategy. The adopted policy is organically built into the tracks of the city. As the Moscow government is doing a lot in terms of social support for citizens and businesses, Sberbank is now developing ESG, responsible financing. In addition to investment products, Sberbank has already developed a number of products aimed at environmental navigation for our clients, partners, and the corporate bloc, as well as environmental insurance.
One sector of the Moscow economy most affected by the coronavirus epidemic is the restaurant business. Because of the lockdown, many establishments were forced to close. We decided to look into one of the capital's popular coffee house chains to find out how they survived the pandemic, how the Moscow government helped them, and how their relationship with Sberbank is being structured today.
We often make use of banking products. Our main partner is Sberbank. We have a line of credit for our current assets because the company is growing all the time and needs to replenish its working capital to increase its network. To accept card payments, we also use offers like acquiring, commercial acquiring. We have a fairly large number of non-cash transactions made by card. If there are any technical difficulties with the payment, Sberbank handles these rather quickly, and our clients practically do not notice any difficulties.
During the pandemic, the company's main task is to keep his outlets open. In order to support entrepreneurs, the Moscow government launched a special program under which franchises could receive a cashback for previously incurred capital expenditure of up to 1 million rubles. For example, you can get back 50% of the lump sum payments and 100% of royalty payments. Also, a cashback is available for utility bills, leasing, and equipment purchases.
On the whole, this is good support because if you take our partners, they have 5, 7, 10 locations, and they can get 1 million from each contract. This helps them open their 11th, 12th, and 13th locations. We also provide this support and help our partners gather the necessary documents to receive this subsidy. Relatively recently, Sberbank has joined this story by signing an agreement with the Moscow city government's Department for Investment Development to the effect that it is now possible to apply not through the iMoscow portal, but through the Sberbank business portal. Whereas last year, the process from the time of application to payment took around 3 months, now we are getting feedback in around a month and a half from the time of application to payment.
International business operating in the Russian capital is one of the key areas of focus of the Moscow Bank of Sberbank of Russia. In the middle of this year, in order to centralize the work with these kinds of clients, the bank created a division for working with international clients.
We have a wide range of non-financial services. The most popular for foreign companies is the sales and marketing category. We, being the largest Russian bank and having the widest expertise and big data on the Russian market, are ready to provide analytics on our large database so that our foreign partners can intelligently build their marketing strategy for the Russian market and analyze their buyers, which will eventually translate into increased sales for these foreign companies.
According to the bank, the main difficulty in working with foreign companies is a limited club of service providers with whom long-term relationships are built at the level of parent organizations.
But in order for us as a bank to fit on this list, there's a certain procedure that needs to be followed. First, you need to have a unique offer. We are ready to provide the best service conditions for foreign companies, which will allow local affiliated companies to apply to the head office to receive an exception approval. After we form our offer, we conduct communications with local companies, with subsidiaries of major global corporations in Russia, and together we can negotiate these terms with the head office.
Today, the new division of the Moscow Bank of Sberbank of Russia is already working with 160 companies. More than half of them are from the trade sector. One such company is De facto, a global brand specializing in the production and sale of clothing. The company has more than 20,000 employees and more than 500 stores around the world.
We have opened our first store in Russia 2013 years, and currently we have 15 stores. Our target is to have more than 100 stores here, and we can say we are growing day by day. And so we will need good financial structure here. Sberbank has really professional international team, and we started to work with acquiring site. They provide us good commission rates, and while we are growing, we will need, of course, marketing service too, and we plan to work marketing side too.
Our program has come to an end. Today we learned how Sberbank Moscow helps large companies develop their business, supports entrepreneurs, and makes the life of Muscovites and guests of the capital more convenient and easier. We learned a lot about digital banking technologies and visited an unusual office which is not at all like a traditional bank. This was the program Capital Ideas Life. I'm Mike Gibson. See you in a week.